Ain't that right, Craig? All right, give it up for Craig one time, everybody. Oh,
Thank you.
thanks, Craig. All right, we're gonna bring it right to our
Aho.
next guest over here. We're gonna turn it around to my Bay Area brother, right here across the bay. It's Stephen Espaniola.
Oh,
Put your hands
nice hat,
together,
Steven.
everybody. Hey!
All right. I
All
like your hat
right.
too, Craig. Aloha, everybody. Good to see so many smiley faces out there. Other people who enjoy tech as much as us. Just to quickly echo what Craig was talking about. I actually also have I do have a nice webcam that I use, a Brio webcam for all of these kind of things like streaming, Zoom. But I do for my lighting, I use mostly natural lighting if I can have it, but I'm using right now just a really cheap $20 IKEA light that's right behind my setup here. So you don't have to spend a lot of money, like Greg was mentioning, to get to get decent lighting and to get that effect. If you can use natural lighting, it's always the best. Um, so I'm supposed to talk about YouTube, my little foray into YouTube. When I first started getting into the YouTube space, I was all over the place. I was kind of really scattered, kind of searching for what I wanted to say. I had a lot of technique videos. I had a lot of gear videos because I love technology. I love gear. I had a lot of performance videos, and I really wasn't sure what kind of space I was gonna, what kind of voice I was gonna have in YouTube. And then I was even actually asking friends like Lenny and Cynthia for advice on where where they think I could fit in on YouTube. And I think I was at one of the ukulele festivals, and there was somebody who we started talking about this book here, the Hemeli Aloha book. It's a great book. It's lots of great Hawaiian songs, about 300 Hawaiian songs. And he was telling me how frustrated he was learning the songs because he didn't grow up in Hawaii, wasn't really that familiar with a lot of Hawaiian music, and the Hemele Aloha book doesn't have any sort of tablature in it or notation. So all it has is the chords over the song. So unless you grew up in Hawaii, was familiar with any of these songs, or are willing to do research on the music, you're not really gonna know how these songs go. So when I heard that, a light bulb just kind of switched in my head. I was like, wow, you know what? I'm familiar with all of these songs. Um, Hawaiian is kind of my thing, and um, I thought it would be a great opportunity to show people how to play these Hawaiian songs that I grew up with. And ever since I started doing that, it was just a natural fit. It's a small niche in the whole YouTube space, but it's my niche. Nobody else can really do it like how I do it. I basically very relaxed. How you see me in my YouTube videos is exactly how I am in real life. I don't try to put up any sort of facade or anything like that. You're gonna get mistakes in my videos. I throw everything in there. When I started doing my first YouTube videos, I started using this camera here. This is kind of known as the vlogger's camera. It's a Canon G7X. Great camera. It's not 4K. It's a 1080p. And the reason why a lot of vloggers like this camera is because of the front-facing screen. So when you're doing your vlog, you can actually see where you need to be positioned right here on the screen. So this is why it's a top choice for a lot of vloggers. And I was using that for a long time, and um, I liked it. It was I wasn't really disappointed with the quality of the videos. But I wanted to find something that was a little bit more streamlined, where the workflow was a lot quicker. Because what I found was the editing process can just bog down the whole creation process of making YouTube videos. So then I started to do a little more research, and um, I stumbled upon an iPhone 11. So this iPhone 11 is what I use now for all of my YouTube videos. I do it for some live streams as well, but it's a great answer for doing these kind of videos because the front-facing camera is actually 4K quality, so you can get beautiful 4K quality picture. And I also use this little mic here, which is a lightning mic that I think Craig mentioned this as well. It's the Rode ME microphone, and it just plugs in right into the bottom here. So I get exceptional sounding audio as well with my videos. And I love using this setup because it's so mobile. It's so um, I can just grab it, start recording, and I'm off. I use a few different pieces of software. I don't know if you can see it. One of them is called Filmic Pro. It's a great software, and it basically it allows you to control different things like the white balance and the audio source. So you have a lot of flexibility using Filmic Pro that you don't have with the built-in iPhone app. Another note is that I actually use this solely as a camera. I don't use this as a phone at all. This is my actual phone is right here. I use this and I treat it just like you know, an expensive camera, which it actually is. And I have this really great housing here that just hooks onto just a mini tripod. I do have a bigger tripod if I need it, but I've been so happy with this setup. So I use Filmic Pro to capture, and I can monitor my audio settings through that, and I can also use these headphones through the headphone input on the back of the microphone. And for all of my editing, I just use the iMovie editing, which is built into the iOS platform. And I've tried other editing platforms, but I found that, trying to get through the editing process quickly, I'm just so comfortable in iMovie, and I can maneuver, I can get videos done really fast within iMovie. And the bigger screen, I actually do all of my editing right here in the phones. As soon as I'm done filming, I do the editing right here, and you can see here how my projects kind of in here. And oh, Siri wanted to say something. Um, So yeah, I do all of the editing in here, and then as soon as I'm done with the editing, I can go ahead and just upload directly from that using the YouTube Creators app or just the YouTube app. So I'm doing everything, capturing, editing, and uploading completely using the iPhone 11. Um, and I think that's it. If I could offer any advice, is just be yourself, and let the audience find you. Don't try to emulate other videos that you see out there if you're interested in getting into YouTube. That never works. If you try to make a video like someone else, it's just gonna be bad news. If you're yourself, there's only one you. I know it sounds cliche, but there's only one you. And if you create content that you believe in and you're natural at it, the audience will eventually find you somehow. So that's the best advice I can give. Just be yourself, be natural. And I wanted to open up right now. If there's any questions, you can either put it in the chat, or the keymaster can unmute you. Oh, here's a quick trick too. If you want to play kind of mute tag with whoever's hosting, invest in one of these cool Jabra speakerphones, USB speakerphones, because there's a quick trigger unmute feature that you can unmute faster than the Zoom administrator.
Nice, nice. Trying to skip past me. I see. I
Yeah,
see. I got you. I got you. All
you're
right.
on to my trick. You're on to my trick.
We have some questions on
Yeah.
the chat as well, but I think that was the mic that you suggest, that the just the Jabra speakerphone mic. Is that
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I,
Yeah,
I
that's the
use
mic.
the Jabra a lot for my video lessons too. So all of my in-person lessons have switched to Zoom, and I use this Jabra for that because I like the hands-free. It's a great microphone, and I like to be able to hear the student clearly. I don't like to have headphones on all the time. This is actually not doing anything right now. I just wanted to use it as a prop to show you that I could monitor my videos when creating content. But I use this Jabra for a lot of the stuff I do, especially in Zoom, Skype, and those kind of things.
Yeah. And then for your videos, you have that one that plugs into your iPhone,
Yeah,
right?
this
Is
is a
that
great.
the Shure
Yeah,
one?
this is actually a Rode. I did,
Oh, Rode. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
like all of us, a lot of it is trial and error, right? So even though we watch all of the product reviews, you're still going to make your own decisions and you're still going to do trial and error. It's just in our nature. So I tried the Shure mic, the Lightning mic before, and I just like the flexibility of this Rode a lot better. The Shure doesn't
Yeah.
have a headphone.
Oh, right, right,
Yeah,
right. Doesn't have monitor
yeah, so
capabilities.
I
Yeah.
like that
So,
a lot. And this, I mean, when you plug this into the Lightning port, it's just really solid. You hear like a nice click, and it's just a really solid connection. That's not going anywhere. And this one comes actually
that's
with
nice.
a pop filter too. If you bring it outside, if you want to take a
Yeah.
vlog outside, there's a pop filter to help with wind.
Good find there. I might have to steal that. I'm gonna steal that from you. I'm
Yeah,
gonna be at your
that's
house
why we're
tomorrow.
here. Sharing,
Yeah,
sharing,
yeah,
sharing.
yeah. We sharing stuff. Yeah, and the Rudy has a question.
Yeah.
Rudy, do you want to say your question out loud? Where are you, Rudy? I want you to get your question in here. Rudy, where you at?
Hey there,
Yeah, why don't you? Hey, Rudy.
Ben, Lenny, Craig. Thank you for doing this. So I kind of want to start making videos just for fun, and this is kind of a question to all you guys. Like, what software is good if I don't have a Mac? 'Cause I have like a PC and I got a webcam on my PC. What's a good one? What's a good software to create videos and edit them? With text and stuff.
Um, I think iMovie is a good one, but I think Craig, what was the one you were telling me to get? Oh, Final Cut, I think. Final Cut Pro was another one. Actually, they have a special going on right now that
Oh,
Craig
really?
told me about.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
Okay.
think it's like 90-day demo, which is amazing.
and just
And it's like iMovie on steroids, pretty much.
Yeah. Is that for both platforms, Final Cut, or is that for?
No, that is a Mac only.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So
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 Rudy,
Rudy
I
is
have,
asking PC.
I haven't been able to get Rudy to the dark side yet, and he's still on a PC.
Me too. Me too, bro. Me too.
So that's why he's like, iMovie's not going to work for me.
Craig, audible groan from Craig.
Rudy,
the
Rudy,
answer to
Sorry,
that is
Craig. I'm
just
sorry,
it.
Craig.
do it.
I'll work on it.
Rudy, the answer to that is just use both. Buy a PC and a Mac.
Yeah, and like I will say, like Steven talking about the using the phone is like kind of key. Like sometimes all you need is the phone to
Yeah.
do a lot of what you do. So I still have my iPhone that I use, but I actually video edit with currently I edit with Adobe Premiere, which I'm still figuring out. But it's it does all the cuts. It does it does decent work. It's a little bit more hands on. I think some of the the iMovie is just like the easiest thing to do.
Yeah.
Premiere is amazing. I mean, you can do
Yeah.
full on movies with Premiere, but it is a little bit more of a learning curve for sure. But
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of the
that's
industry standard, right? Premiere, as far as like film.
yeah, because it works
Yeah.
both on Mac and PC as well too,
Mm.
because it's all
Okay.
Adobe.
Yeah. The thing I like about the iPhone 11 in particular, it's kind of the game changer because the front-facing camera is 4K. So I think that was the thing that really drew me to the iPhone 11, especially.
I see. Well, yeah. Dude, really, really great presentation there, Steven. And we're,
Yeah,
we're of
thank
course
you.
gonna have more questions coming up. At the end of today. So thank you for sharing your perspective. Steven is a man on a mission, doing like the whole Mele Aloha book on YouTube, and
One,
that's part of getting on YouTube is like finding your niche and finding out what it is that you want to bring to the YouTube community, and that's something
Quick question.
isn't there. Yeah.
Well, Steven,
Great.
of
yeah.
all of those songs in that book, how many have you recorded?
I know where this is going too.
Craig
But
is like a baseball
yeah,
interviewer. He's like,
yeah,
did you enjoy winning the game? Just talk a little bit.
no, he's like a musical psychologist. But I would say, I think I've only really recorded one of the songs that I offer, or maybe two. But yeah, I think two tops. But the rest, I'm actually I take a lot of suggestions and recommendations from the comment section, and there's a lot of requests. So if there's something in particular that I've never played before, I spend probably a day or so learning the song,
Nice.
and then getting through the words and the strumming foundation and all of that. But I think yeah, one or two maybe tops I've actually recorded in the studio.
Mm. So basically, you got to do it, is what you're
Yeah,
saying. Yeah,
basically
yeah.
tie
And
it tie it to the album.
really quick before we get to Ben, Cynthia, are you out there as well? Because Cynthia is someone who I know, does the YouTube a lot, and we all kind of, look to her for some guidance on the YouTube game as well. So she is like, pretty much slaying it. So I want to just,
I'm here.
yeah, what's up, Cynthia? So
Hey.
just talk about just finding that, because I think to watch Steven's stuff, it's like, and I'm on YouTube too. It's like we find that you keep putting content until you find the right thing that works for you. How was that process for you as well? Since we found that with Steven as well.
Definitely. Um, well, especially if some of you guys are just starting out, I would say just put out material that makes sense for you, that you actually really enjoy sharing. That's really what it's all about in the end, is that you kind of cultivate your own niche, like Stephen was saying. And I've been encouraging Stephen to do the Hawaiian music genre because
Oh yeah,
nobody else can do it the way he
yeah.
does. And for myself, I've been doing YouTube for what, more than 5 years now. My focus has shifted over the years of what I wanted to share. In the beginning, it was my 100 Days of Ukulele Songs project, and
Which is
then it,
awesome.
yeah, thank you. Yeah, Steven's doing it too. Uh, and then moved over to doing more tutorial focus, and then it kind of moved over to more of experimenting with music videos and learning how to shoot music videos. And now I find myself in like kind of a new place where I want to focus more on music production and video production. And so what I've found is that uh, what other YouTubers have talked about is this concept of YouTube burnout, the idea that like you can get into this cycle of feeling like, oh, I have to put this kind of video out because this is what everybody wants to see, but that is going to kill you. That is going to basically make you feel like, you are just another machine. And the whole reason that I do this is because like I want to pursue the creative outlet that makes me happy, that's rewarding to me. So okay, my top advice for people who are starting out on YouTube is make 20 videos that you just want to make, right? Not thinking about the quality so much as thinking about the content. What kind of content are you excited to share? What kind of content makes you feel like you are growing as a person? That like if I were, I could say like, okay, well, everybody right now wants to learn Billie Eilish songs, and then if I just did Billie Eilish songs, like, would that make me happy? Would that make the audience happy? What is the ultimate goal here? So the reason why I say 20 videos is because so many people ask me, they're like, okay, well, hey, Cynthia, I made one video. How do I get people to watch it? So
Yeah, how do you?
well, so my answer is one video. When you only have one video, you basically are just asking your friends to watch it, right? Because then there's no other reference, right? If you make, and also then you don't really have a niche with only one video. If you have 5, 10, 20 videos, you start to carve out what your niche is, right? So maybe like your first 5 videos, are like bad quality. It's okay. You're just like learning, but those videos help you learn the legs of how to make a video and what kind of content you want to make. By the time you get to the 10th to 20th video, you start getting an idea of what kind of content you want, what kind of production you like, and you start carving out a niche for yourself. And so there is zero predicting what people like. You know, you might think, oh, everybody wants to learn Hey Jude. Okay, everybody wants to learn Hey Jude, but there's a million Hey Jude videos already, right? So what can you offer that's new that makes it special, you know, coming from your point of view, and how do you learn to connect with your audience through that video? So you know, you can figure out how to do that. That's really important. But also, in terms of the 20 videos, like if for some reason one video starts taking off and people find your video, then what else can they watch on your channel that's going to share about what you do? You know, if you only have one video, then it's kind of like, okay, well, you're just bringing people to your channel to watch one video. If you have 20 videos, then they can start exploring, oh, okay, I get what this person is about, and now I'm going to subscribe because I really like the style of content that they're producing. But you have to expect that it will go slow, so you want to be patient in the beginning. And you know, like, you know, Craig was talking about the $50 camera and the $7 light, like that you can just start by using your phone. I mean, I'm with Steven and the iPhone shooting category. Like, I started out trying to get like fancier cameras, and when the 11 Pro with the 4K selfie camera came out, I was like, okay, well, this makes a lot of sense for me, because don't let the technical stuff be a barrier to releasing content. You know, that it's like, if you can get material up, then you can figure out how to make it better the next time. But the danger is definitely when you start thinking like, oh, well, I gotta wait until I have this, you know, this gear before I can make something. You just have to make something. So I keep encouraging Lenny, because Lenny has so much great content, but part of it is just like, do you want to do it? Do you want to do all of the production stuff that is required to get your stuff up there? So you have to ask yourself those questions. But in the beginning, make it for yourself. Make it because you want to make it, you know? I'll just give you an example. One of my good friends, he wanted to start like one of those like toy unboxing channels, because you know, like, people make millions of dollars from just unboxing toys. And it's not that easy. It's not that easy, because anybody could do it, but are people going to watch it? So he started this channel. He got thousands of followers, but it wasn't enough to really become like a full-time job. But he started getting his sons involved in making these videos with him, and in the end, what happened was that he learned a lot about video production, and then he has these really awesome videos capturing his family and his boys when they were young, and he treasures that as a memory versus like the content he's made for his channel, you know? So it's just important that what you make is rewarding for you more so than trying to, you know, build a business. I think no creative business can really start with just the business first. It has to start with the creative reward first. Yeah. So that's my big advice.
To tag on to what Cynthia was saying too, you know, making a lot of videos is, you know, you want to be open to learning every video that you make and upload, because guarantee you will learn something new for every new video that you make. So I'm not even doing the same thing that I was doing from the first videos, and actually it cringes me to view back those first videos. So I learn a lot of stuff for every single video that I work on and edit and upload. I take a tremendous amount of pride in, and I always learn something new. And I don't limit myself. And I also don't limit myself by watching only other ukulele videos. Most of the content and most of the ideas that I get creatively for my videos, believe it or not, come from sneakerhead videos. So I watch a lot of those kind of videos, and I get inspired, and I get a lot of new ideas, fresh ideas that I can then apply to my own videos in the Hawaiian ukulele space. So don't limit yourself, and always be open-minded to accepting new ideas and thinking outside the box.
Yeah. Hey, everybody, let's give it up for Steven Espaniola one time. And let's also keep it going for our sister Cynthia Lin for sharing her knowledge and her passion over here as well. Keep it going for Cynthia, everybody. Ha ho. Yeah.